And we'll be straight up and honest with you, the first one we went to, we didn't pass the test. So it's tough. It was real. We did a gate design and a gate technician. We just found out Friday.
Yeah.
Friday we didn't pass.
But the pass ratio is 20 to 80.
20 to 80. It's tough. It's
Yeah.
really tough.
On your first time, because a lot of it is test anxiety.
It's a lot though.
But you have to answer 80 questions right.
It's
It's
a
not
lot. It's a lot of
75%,
wire.
yeah.
It's electrical. It's wiring. It's knowing ohms, and it's a lot. But anyways, y'all. So we did that. We took that test. We took a fire marshal class. Then we come back to Thursday. Took another fire marshal class with the Louisiana Life Safety Service. Some LLSSA is what it's called.
Yeah.
And so you start looking around. And you go, hey, you think we've got everything figured out on gates? There ain't nobody around here that's got anything figured out on gates. I can tell you, there's a lot that we're missing. So I just want to tell y'all, we're going to slowly but surely start implementing this. Like one day this week, we got to get out there. He's going to figure out a day we got to get our gate fixed. Our gate's our top priority because we don't want people driving up going, well, your gate's not right. Why in the hell, So, but y'all, so the biggest things I can tell you is if we put any kind of swing gate up that has. Now, I don't necessarily, the swing gates that have the box hinges on it, I don't think we're really concerned about those too much on the wood privacy. But like
Why not?
Well, just because
if you get a
because they already have fall protection on them.
the bolts break.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it does have a little bit of fall protection on it. It has the peg in the bottom to catch the gate. It does have some. I'm just talking about like right now. The cantilever gates for sure. Got to have. We'll go over that, but got to have some kind of something to catch them where they fall from a 45. So if that gate kind of slides in and out, y'all know what I'm saying. We got to build something over this way. Jake and y'all probably it's a good idea to start figuring out what we would do out there.
That one's good.
Huh?
That one's good.
On this one?
Yeah. There's no way it can fall more than 45
On the backside?
because it's got a fence on the other side.
It rolls them.
You just got to put a contact sensor on that gate on the back side.
I would just
And
assume
then you have to also put privacy fence all the way down.
all the way down. Yeah, so to catch. But let's put something on that front side just so we got something there or figure out some kind of way. Let's start working on something like that. But do y'all see what I'm saying as far as the gate, that cantilever gate, if them rollers come loose, it just falls over. It fall over and kill somebody. Y'all follow what we're saying? So we need to, Dominic, y'all can start trying, Jake, y'all start trying to figure out, just play with it a little bit. Some kind of way, something that goes over and catches the top of that gate.
YouTube and look, they'll have something.
Somebody will have something on there. Okay, so the next thing is on your swing gates. More so than not, it's going to be on your ornamental gates is big. Your chain link swing gates, things of that nature. We'll implement them all because it's really not that hard. We're going to come up with a cable. In fact, I found some last night. I think they're like 14 inches long. They have the little hooks in them. I think you can buy them for like $3 a piece. And we can stick a screw in the gate, stick a screw in the post. Boom, it holds the gate from falling over.
Tell them the whole reason why this all these rules come into effect.
Well, it's a lot of people being killed. So there's a little kid in California that went to go get a ball at school. We have the actual video on YouTube that we got in the class. But a little kid ran outside to grab a ball and then came back and tried to close the gate. When he did, the gate fell over and killed him. 6-year-old boy.
And it wasn't even automated. And that's what the thing is with the gate automation test. It tells you in there when you put an automated gate on there, that's when you have to bring everything up to standards. There is no standard as to not putting one on. So what we're going to implement into our application is it's going to have it on every single gate no matter what.
Right. That way we don't have any problems. It's just one of them deals when you put the latch on, you put this on. I mean, it's just going to go hand in hand. But I guess what really blew our mind, and we saw videos, there was another lady that stuck her arm in a gate. I just went and looked at a fence the other day where it's a chain link fence where the operator's here and the keypad's here. Well, that's a no-no. It's got to be 6 feet away. Well, there's a lady in Florida that done it. Lady tried to get in the gate, did this, sucked her in, killed her. So that's
in front of her family.
Yeah, in front of her family. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, but you really don't, and just to tell you, you really don't think about it. So we was in Natchitoches the other day, we were sitting through this class, it was like, hey, let's go down, and has everybody been to Natchitoches before, been to Front Street? Yeah. How many people actually are down there at certain times of year? Thousands. drunk, thousands of people. So literally, if you walk right behind, I won't name the place, but you walk right behind the Front Street, like literally 100 feet off Front Street, there's a gate. I don't know how many infractions we saw on that gate, maybe 8 or 9. And it literally, people walk by there every day.
Life threatening.
Life threatening, like shit that'll kill you. And it's just like, you're like, wow. But I mean, like I said, there's so much stuff that goes on that's bad that we looked at this and we're like, and I told Dustin when we were coming back the other day or either down there, we can create a standard in this area for this stuff and to where it's got to be done right. And once we get certified to where we can actually, we actually are on the same page and getting everything going, we can actually go to these fire departments, the fire chiefs, and we can go, hey, look, this is what the standard is. People's not doing this. They can either come to the standard or either they need to be shut down. Well, that creates a whole different thing.
Does that work on, like, if we're working on somebody's cantilever gate, do we go ahead and say, hey, this is not up to standard?
Yeah, so we
Yes.
can't do anything. So it followed that one followed the cantilever gate. So there's two things that you got to remember. There's two different codes. UL 325 governs, if I'm not mistaken, it governs the motors. What motors on
One or the
gates?
other.
Motors on gates. ASTM 2200 governs bringing the gate up to code and standard on
And you
the
have
gate itself.
1184 as well.
Yeah. So there's a couple little things there. We're starting to learn them. I'm going to work on this week getting us some books to get everybody. Cause it's 114 pages, I think. I think it's what it is. It'll tell you about all the different kinds of gates, how to do it, and that way everybody has a book. There will be a book in every truck. That way, if there's ever any question, like I said, you don't think about that, but think about it. What's the last big cantilever gate we did?
The
That
biggest one?
The last big one we did.
That one down there at that oil field where it got hit. The double.
Doubling. Yeah. Well, okay. Think about that. Think about. Well, let's change. Let's go. Let's think of something else.
If you think safety, where a lot of people walk, is the Brentwood. Yeah, that's it.
Brentwood. Yeah, that's a prime one right there. I mean, if that gate falls off the track right there, what happens?
They're gonna kill somebody.
They're gonna kill somebody.
It doesn't matter if you're an adult or a kid.
Yeah, it's gonna kill you. I mean, them gates are just they're and you know, so we have to remember stuff like that. So we got like now that something like that's brought to your attention, you got to fix it. I mean, we don't want to be responsible for some kid or somebody getting killed over some gate like that. So we got to start stepping up. So that's gonna be, like I said, y'all, a lot of y'all are gonna go out there and do stuff, and we're gonna rely on y'all to do it. So you're gonna have to make sure, like I said, we'll get them this week. I don't think we have anything like that coming up this week, do we? Possibly.
Cantilever gates.
Well, swing gates or anything. We got one swing gate, possibly might be up this week. The one in Dogwood that'll have automation on it.
Oh yeah.
But we got like all of our gates. We're starting to build the code. So any of your slide gates that are that are ornamental, 2 1/4 inches. They can't be no wider than 2 1/4 inches.
Chain link as well.
Chain link as well. Yeah.
See, that's one thing that we have been doing right that we didn't realize is putting chain link all the way across the cantilever gate, because code says that if you put an automation on it, from start point to end point, it has to have no gaps.
Yeah. So just
More
something.
than 2 1/4.
Yeah, so it's just something that's going to help cover us. There's a couple other things. A couple of the classes we're going to try to get knocked out and then get back and get a test. I think we're probably going to test again maybe at the end of next month. So yeah. So just like I said, everybody keep that in mind when y'all, especially y'all when y'all are building these gates. You know, make sure. Like I said, we're going to get you a book. It's really really easy. It don't take.
Are we gonna go back on any?
Well, I think.
I can already tell you, I mean,
But it just keeps on going in your head.
I'm
It
pretty
just
sure
falls
that,
back.
the
You know?
Brentwood gate ornamental that we built is spaced a little bit further apart than that.
Well, yeah, but the ornamental gate that you built over there was just a gate that does this. You don't have to have it. When you put
Yeah.
automation on
Okay.
it, is when it does. But yeah, that's probably a good one. We probably need to go back over there.
Well, no, because he said
Well, the building
if it swings,
itself.
there's no life-threatening injuries. That's what that guy said Thursday.
Well, he's
so
talking
in
about-
the book it says no more than 2 1/4. So I didn't want to question him on that.
Well, I can call him today and ask him.
Yeah.
I got his number. I'll call him and ask him on that one today. But definitely on Brentwood, I think that's one where we just gonna have to figure out something. Somebody's gonna have to go over there and look at it and go, yeah, hey, we messed this up. We're gonna go ahead and fix it, take care of it, and put some kind of we got to figure out what we can do. That's why I said I think it's best if we figure out on this gate out here what we can build that goes down far enough to catch that gate. which it's gotta be something, we can come up with something.
Well, we did it on that gate up there on Old Brownlee Road.
Yeah, it's got that roller,
Yeah, it's got the roller but it's designed to
but see,
catch the gate if it falls open.
but like even those gates are illegal.
All
Because
rollers have to be.
The rollers are exposed, your roller,
Yeah.
above 8 foot is the only way your roller can't be exposed.
Yeah.
What do you mean by exposed?
Like,
The
you gotta
cover?
have a
cover.
cover, you gotta have a cover. So I mean, like I said, you can just sit
I
here and
didn't
go,
think that had a roller on the top. It was
Yes.
only the track system, and then it had the cap over the top.
If
Yes.
it's got a track system, it still has to have a cover on there.
It's got a
Yeah.
cover on it.
it's got a cover on that, but it's got a
cover on it.
roller that goes over and catches that top and it rolls where to keep it from falling
Oh,
this
yeah,
way.
yeah, just keep it from rubbing up against the
Yeah,
fence.
yeah, so you're supposed to have them on there, but like that one there, I mean, like I said, we could go back to thousands of them probably, but the main one I see, like I said, is that Brentwood one. That would probably need, that one there is one we need to go fix and take care of.
So-
That's right.
You've done work at this gate, the one that's in Southern Trace, you probably know which one I'm talking about, it's Swing Gate. It's got the
Yeah.
ornamental. The spacing, in my understanding, is correct. You can have 4-inch spacing on a gate like that. Where it's an issue is when it opens up, there's not more than 16 inches in between that fence and that gate. You know which one I'm talking about in Southern Trace where you and Pop have went before?
I think so.
Yep, and it's an ornamental gate. That's the issue on that gate.
Yeah, you gotta have.
You and Glenn as well.
So when that gate, if that gate's out here and it's a fence that runs down through here, when this gate swings all the way to here, you gotta have 16 inches.
Yep.
It's 16 inches in there. If you ain't got 16 inches, it's entrapment. And like I said,
That's when you gotta put safety
y'all,
stuff
and
in.
this is gonna work out really, really, once we start doing this right, this is gonna work out really, really well for us because somebody's gonna call us when we get licensed to do this gate automation, and they're gonna go, hey, my gate's not working, and we're gonna go, no, and then by law, if this thing is out of code, you know what we're supposed to do?
Red tag it.
Red tag it, take it out of service. Or actually, you leave it in service, but you report it, and then the fire marshal comes by and checks it,
Yeah.
inspects it.
Cause
We go
like
back
on a
and
swing, go ahead.
Then we go back and do everything to
Yeah,
bring it
then
up
you'll
to
go back
code.
and go back and fix it. You'll go back and fix it. But what happens is the fire marshal's gonna start rolling through the area and see everything else. There's other things other people don't know, which I'll go ahead and throw it out there because people will find out. These gates are supposed to be serviced every 12 months, like twice a year.
Yep.
Commercial gates, fire marshal requirements are serviced twice a year. Like it or not, I don't care where you're at. Think about that. Think about how many gates you drive by on the commercial gates. They got
Cobwebs.
Yep, got cobwebs in them. Y'all seen them?
Yeah.
So yeah, so
They
we're
get
trying to.
serviced when they broke down.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say, but we're gonna start putting a lot of pressure on the fire marshal to take care of. Like if you go down to South Louisiana, no, they don't. I mean, they got a couple of them still running around down there, but they don't play. Like those guys down there, if they catch somebody that ain't doing it right, they'll call in on them in a minute.
You
And
shut
those
them
guys-
down.
shut 'em
First,
down.
first time is like a $500 fine. Second time's like 1,000. Third time,
Take your license.
take your license. And if you continue working with that fine, that it isn't just like here, pay your money and then you can go back to work. It's a cease to work is what we called it or something like that. So
Yeah.
you have to completely stop it. And if you don't stop, they'll write you off. They'll take your license from you.
Yeah, it's a lot, like this gate automation thing too, y'all, it opens up a big door for us. Once we get trained and learn how to do this, and a lot of people can make a lot of good money doing this.
Yeah.
There's all them guys that are down there that are doing gate automation, guess what they used to do? This. They used to build fences, guess what they do now?
Yeah,
Nothing
nothing
but
but that.
automation. So you do the math on that, so. Anyways, y'all, like I said, if we run across something like this and somebody goes, hey, can you look at my gate, it's not rolling right? Y'all, we gotta make sure, everybody will have a book, we gotta make sure we back up and go, might wanna call somebody and go, hey, Dustin, Daniel, somebody, I don't wanna touch this gate, cause the minute we start working on it, we're gonna be liable for it if somebody
Yeah.
gets hurt.
So down there at the DeSoto Police Jury where we gotta put the rollers on, that gate can't be messed with, cause it has no fall protection, right? We need to red tag that and let them know about it?
Well, you don't red tag it, you just let the fire marshal know. What they're gonna end up probably doing though, is if there's a lot of people that wanna do it wrong instead of doing it right, they'll probably just go, okay, well, we'll just get somebody else to do it, and then they won't do it, right? And once that happens, then you turn around and call the fire marshal.
Well, you actually-
It's kind of a dick move to do, but that's when you just call the fire marshal and report them.
Well, you go online, you fill out, there's a little deal, it takes about 30 seconds to fill out, and it actually reports that entity to them. And then, but it's gonna suck for us for a little while, because we're trying to create a standard like they have down there. And once we do, then, you know, it does away with a lot of, it's gonna do away with a lot of these guys just running around throwing this stuff up and not doing it the right way. Because that's what we're trying to do, we're trying to create a standard to do stuff right. Yep. All right?
Set the standard.
Set the standard, that's what it's all about, it's in the saying every day. All right?
Also, one thing real quick is that, so if me or Daniel or whoever teaches y'all something that has the actual license, and y'all are at a customer's house and they go, hey, can you look at my gate automation real quick? By law, you cannot touch that if you don't have a license. Just because I taught you something or you're an apprentice doesn't mean that you can actually go work on it. I have to be present. So they basically explained it this way. If it's lunchtime and we want to go get a burger, I have to go get the burger, or no, I'm sorry, you have to go get the burger. The person that does not have the license, if y'all want to continue working on it, I have to be present there. Because if fire marshal pulls up and asks, where's your license? And you don't have it within, 100 feet from you, either in your truck or on your person, they're going to go home for the day. There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna work on getting everybody certified here, it's just it's a process.
Yeah,
It's a
because
lot of process.
it is a long process, because you have to study, you have to hit these tests just right, so you're not having to spend a lot of money for travel to go to New England, like they got tests in New England.
Yeah.
They had this one in Lake Charles, and we just got lucky, only had a month till the test. But the next closest one is Springdale, Arkansas, which
Yeah.
is 6 hours away.
Yeah. We're gonna get it though, like I said, we'll have a little bit more time to study this time, but yeah, let's rock and roll. Main thing is y'all is this gate safety, man. If y'all wanna see something bad, think about, people's got young kids, go watch that little kid that gate fell on over,
No,
we have the
don't
video.
watch that.
You wanna see that, go watch that, it'll change your mind, and listen to the parents just cry about somebody just didn't, because somebody didn't do it right. And that's it, and like I said,
Sad.
yep, it's definitely sad, so. Alright,
Yes, sir.
rock and roll. Where's he going today?
Who?
Privacy.
Yeah, 7 foot privacy. All right, I'm gonna be with him for a while. I'm headed that way.
Me too.
Lynch's Lawn and Fence, trying to set the
Go buy a chop
standard.
saw.
I ain't got a Bob one. I got one right there. I got a Bob Lane. We got